You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Well guys, welcome here to Tinkle Group Gaming, of course. If you saw my Twitter, by the way, follow us on social media at Tinkle Gaming YT. But of course, be sure to follow me at Tinkle_BHummel. That is my Twitter. Of course, it's right up there as well on your screen. Sorry, we haven't done gaming videos like this in a while, so I'm still getting used to everything. But welcome everybody. This is something new we're going to try out on a preliminary basis, or I'm sorry, on a, undetermined basis. There's not going to be a schedule for this series, but we are going to be doing a franchise rebuild. So I hinted on Twitter this is something I wanted to do. I offered some options on teams that should get rebuilt, and actually let me grab my phone real quick. My apologies, because I did put it on Twitter. So of course at Tinkle_BHummel. No one really voted on the poll as expected. Got to get that follower number up, guys. Go follow me on Twitter for sure. But I offered the chance, so just got Madden the other day. I'm reading the tweet now. Gonna for sure do the franchise, but might do a team rebuild. I haven't done one of these in a while. So which team do you think I should do if I do one? Of course, I picked between the Commanders, the Seahawks, the Falcons, and the Titans. So I know, week one, Seahawks looked pretty damn good. So, because of that, man, like I said, this was a tough choice, honestly, because, to be honest, my thoughts going into this, the Titans, they've got a good roster, for what it's worth. They just have an issue at quarterback. Of course, they don't have many receivers right now either. The other option, of course, the Seahawks, they have receivers. They don't have an O-line. They're really in a position where they are rebuilding, essentially. The Falcons, got to go all the way over. To me, they're in a good spot. They've got Kyle Pitts, Cordarrelle Patterson. I don't feel that's a team necessarily that can be rebuilt. The Commanders, though, were an interesting one. Again, Commandos, as I like to call them, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do. They have the pieces there as well, so I don't feel that's a good one, but I feel when I look through, even Detroit, they're starting to get the pieces put together, so I don't feel that's a good one to do. So, by process of elimination, I feel that the Seahawks are in most need of a rebuild. So that is going to be the team that I select. Now, I will not be playing as a head coach. I will be playing as an owner. And unfortunately, they make you do this portion. So I'm going to do the financial side of things. It's going to hurt player happiness. Let's see. I don't know. Actually, I've been a lifelong fan, so we'll go lifelong fan. So we'll type in my name. I believe the Seahawks are for sale or just got sold. But either way, I'm going to be the owner. So here we go, Seattle Seahawks. So let's change some settings real quick. Of course, we're going to do pro, but here's the thing. The first season's going to be simulated for the most part. League type. What is this? Okay, sorry, that was new to me. Instant starter doesn't matter. Trade deadline's going to be on. Trade type, enable all. Coach firing, CPU only. We can turn that on. CPU on. Yeah, let's turn it on because we're going to end up firing him. Salary cap, that's going to be on. So, of course, we want to keep it realistic to real life. Superstar abilities on. You know, we'll do this. Injuries, pre-existing injuries, practice squad, career clock. Turn that off. We don't need career clock. That doesn't make any sense. So minimum roster 46. Breakout scenarios. Sorry, I'm going through. I always like to do 10-minute quarters with the 20-second runoff. I feel that's pretty realistic. You still get about the same stats. So again, full control, the season experience. I don't want the computer handling any of this. Okay, practice reps, I'll let it handle. Same with, well, yeah, kind of same with college players. So auto-progress players, auto-progress talents. We won't allow that. No tutorials. And then fill roster will allow. So basically how I'm going to do this is I'm going to run it as close to real life as possible. Much like with the salary cap. That's why we're doing that. So I've implemented a few rules of my own. And you may like it, you may not. But the reason I'm implementing it is because I want to keep it true to real life. Like I said. So number one, of course, you know, salary cap. Number two, trade deadline. Number three, practice squad stealing all allowed. But I think the important thing is I will be making deals, but the other thing I'm allowed to do, the other thing I'm going to be doing, I might be able to restructure some deals. So the reason why I'm saying restructure deals now, yes, you have to go in and edit the player. Yes, that's kind of bullshit. But the reason why, again, you're able to renegotiate deals in real life. I think it's only fair that you can do it, but here's the restrictions. I can't do it during the season. I can do it during the off season with anybody that is on the roster. That is it. I cannot restructure DK's deal to extend his deal. I can only cut funds, and that's it. Otherwise, I have to sign a player. So that's the deal. So it's either re-sign to add on years, add on money, whatever the case may be, or I can restructure a deal by, you know, I can't take years off, or, you know, I can't add years on to the deal. But what I can do is take some money off to take some pressure off the salary cap. That's the extent of it. So, so we'll change the starting point. We're going to start in the regular season. We already got the 53-man roster set. So let's go. Let's start the season. I'm not going to keep it true to real life. I'm recording this after week 1 and Thursday night week 2. So I won't necessarily keep this true to real life for that reason. 'Cause, you know, we'll see how we come out versus Denver. But first, let's choose the draft class. So let's download from Madden Chair because we want the most realistic one we can get. So this one has the most likes. Another YouTuber, Big Game Gene, I'm not gonna give him much credit. Of course, not affiliated with Tinkle, but thanks for the draft class, Big, or to that guy. So we're going to be playing for the number 1 pick. I want to keep my eyes on Bryce Young. Because obviously we are going to need a quarterback. Why won't it let me do mock drafts? That's weird. Okay, let's fire this scout. We want only the best scouts. And I want this one, Wesley Hale. Ah, shoot. Really? Okay. Let's see. I guess let's do this one. We don't really want to do too much on the defensive side, but Salvatore Ortega. Pretty sure the last one was this. We do need offensive line, so let's now take a look. Yeah, let's give him the brunt of the workload. We'll go northeast with him. Southeast. And then central. So there we go. I'd say that's a good place to start. So there we go. Looks like Kareem Hunt got dealt to the Broncos, but let's... So we're going to simulate week by week, pretty much, is how we're going to do it. I know Tyler Lockett's a big part of the roster, but we are trying to rebuild here, so we are going to add him to the trade block. Jamal Adams, he's injured. We can't trade him. I'm not going to trade Rashad away, nor Kenneth Walker. We don't have a fullback. That's interesting. We do have Marquise Goodwin. I don't know if I know DK's been in the discussion to be traded. Let me know what you guys think, I guess, because I don't really want to trade him. He's a second-year player. Quandre Diggs, he's kind of older. We can probably add him to the block as well. Probably going to kill his confidence, but Noah Fant we're not going to do anything with. Like I said, we'll just stick with that for now. So then we don't have any players we can re-sign. So next week, let's see what deals we got. So this first episode's mainly going to be a lot of simulation. We're not going to be playing. You see, we lost week 1. I don't know. They updated this so much, so I'm still... Okay, so let's just keep simulating for now. Oh, trade offers. There they are. Okay. So let's review the offers for him. It's Tyler Lockett. 2024 picks for Devin McCourty as well. Man. See, if Jags have the cap room for him. Trevon Diggs. Okay. They want to send us Trevon Diggs. A 2023 first round pick and a second round pick. So Dallas offered us a really good deal. I don't usually like making deals with Dallas, but I think I'm going to take this one. So we just got Diggs. So we got 2 Diggs on the team now. We've added a piece to our defense. You know, again, I didn't want to deal with them. So players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we got to re-sign. Rashad Penny. Sidney Jones doesn't look like he's interested, but again, I imagine he's not because of the Diggs acquisition. Let's try this offer. So we did resign Rashad Penny. I just feel like that's a good fit. Sidney Jones. Let's try. Because, you know, we want to keep the defensive front together. So he don't want to play here. And that's fine. If you don't want to play here, that's not my issue. Well, it is, but let's take a look at the trade offers for Shelby Harris, 31 years old. Again, we're mostly looking for draft picks, and you see no one's really meeting that need. Now, before I simulate as well, and I'm sorry, I'm taking up a lot of time with this, but oh my gosh, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Alright, so let's go check out the roster. So, DK, Marquise Goodwin. So we do have wide receiver room right now. Where do we need the help? Because look, we've got, at the corner position, we got Trevon Diggs, we got Sidney Jones, we got Justin Coleman, Burns. We got a full defensive back room here. And then Quandre Diggs, not related, by the way. You know, we got Jamal Adams. Oh, that's right. We got a 53-man roster anyway, so it don't matter. So let's advance. I think we should win this game against Detroit, or against them. Nope, we lost. So now we play Detroit. This is a game I imagine we will lose. Quandre Diggs, let's see what deals we got for him. Houston wants to send us Jerry Hughes, who at one point really good. Ndamukong Suh, I like that, but again, Ndamukong kind of older. Here we go, Allen Robinson, but that's interdivision. That would never really happen. Yasin. Let's see, here we go. Robbie Anderson, Thomas, again. Did Detroit really just offer us DeAndre Swift? I can't believe they just offered us DeAndre Swift. I mean, that's a rookie deal right there. If I knew this was going to be the offer, I wouldn't have re-signed Rashad Penny. Sterling Shepard. I'm not expecting first rounders. CJ Gardner-Johnson. That's a big one. Man. Juju Smith-Schuster. Another interdivisional. Man, we got some thoughts here. Ah, man. Evan Ingram. I mean, that's an upgrade at tight end. Because Evan, to me, I mean, yeah, he got hurt a lot. But still, it's an upgrade. Oh, man. But to add DeAndre Swift, and we just signed Rashad Penny. I just don't think I can do that. Man, this is a tough decision. I don't want to go interdivisional because that would just take from the realism of this whole thing. Man. Shoot, this is a tough deal, guys. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this one's mostly draft picks, which is what we want. Oh, man. But then we got to sign a free safety, which is not a big deal. You know, this one we get Gardner Johnson. Again, interdivisional. We can't go interdivisional and get burned by Quandre Diggs for the rest of the year. Elijah Moore, we take on a young receiver, but again, no picks involved in that. Again, I would have loved to take on. I would have accepted this deal if we didn't sign. What's his name? If we didn't sign Rashad Penny, I would have taken that deal because I'd rather have Swift in the backfield. But I think we're going to go with this. It's a third rounder this year. I think that's a really good pick for us, so let's do it. So now we go to manage roster again. And again, we got Jamal Adams anyway, so to be honest, we don't need Gardner Johnson. Let's see. We should be fine in the receiver department. I just want to take a look at the middle linebacker position. We're loaded there. We really didn't need this guy. So to me, we can cut Tanner Muse. We can cut him. No penalties for cutting him either. So there we go. And then what we'll do, free agents, because we're going to need a free safety. That's kind of a given. Oh, Julio Jones got cut. So did Raheem Mostert. But again, we don't need those positions. We got Heath available. He fits our system. DeAndre Houston Carson. He's a cheap option. So there we go. I would have gone Jaleel Adai, but man, I have stuff against him. I don't like him that much. He did terrible for the Chargers. So, players ready to negotiate. Again, Sidney Jones don't want to be here. We're not going to break the bank to keep him here. Marquise Goodwin. We could use a kick returner, so I think we should definitely go out of our way. Oof. Again, we got $67 million in cap right now, but we don't want to burn it. That's the issue. I feel bad. I want to offer Marquise some more money, but at the same time, I think about the cap, and I just want to keep as much cap space as we can keep going into this offseason. There we go. We're 0-4 as expected. Players ready to negotiate. Let's do it. Again, he don't want to be back here. Marquise really don't want to be back here. Oh man, this is one we gotta get a deal done, I'd say. Justin Coleman, alright, we got him back on a 2-year deal. Jason Myers, I'm not gonna negotiate with him necessarily just yet. I think we'll play that out by year. Send back. And we're going to take it down to the deadline with, so we'll take it down to like week 6, week 7 for that. But yeah, we're 0-5, you see there. We play the Chargers next. That'll be a loss. We might win against the Cardinals, so I'm looking forward to that. No, we didn't beat the Cardinals. Wow. Alright, players ready to negotiate. So we'll do that. We'll trade the guy away. So Houston Carson. We'll re-sign him. He wants to be here, so again, keep in mind we're going to restructure some deals anyway to be sure we have cap space. We really don't need to, but we're going to do it. So, oh man, I don't think I want to negotiate with him. Artie Burns, I just don't think I want to bring... He don't want to come back anyway. I really only want to negotiate with people who want to be here. And the further I go down the list, I really just don't see anybody I want to negotiate with. Maybe Gino. We're not negotiating with Drew Lock. Not a shot. We are not negotiating with Drew Lock. He's gone at the end of the year. So advance a week. So we're 0-7, man. Let's take a look at the trade offers again. See if they up the ante a little bit. Blake Snell and a 7th rounder for 2 years from now. Let's take the Packers offer again. It's not what I want, but it's more draft picks, you know, something we need. So let's just take it. You know, I'm thinking quantity right now that can turn into quantity or quality. So let's take a look at the mock draft as well. So it has us taking CJ Stroud, a strong arm quarterback at the moment. Bryce Young really fits what we're looking for. And it has us taking him at 19. But it has us taking CJ Stroud. That's what I don't get. But again, we might not have a coach. But again, it looks like it wants us to take CJ Stroud from Ohio State. I've had issues with Ohio State quarterbacks, but it's something I'm willing to consider. Let's answer the media question. Something about quarterback play, so... Man, could we go 0-17? That's going to be the real question. Oh, we won against the Giants. But let's take a look. Man, Gino looks awful. That's all I'm going to say. He looks awful. I'd say we go another week, and we're going to have to consider letting... Like I said, we'll go to the end and then see with Drew Lock if we want to go with him. 1-8. Because if we're going to make a change, it's going to be after the bye. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to skip to the bye week, and then we're going to bench Gino for Drew Lock and go forward with him. So again, Sidney Jones, he doesn't want to be here, but we're going to offer him a deal anyway. Nope, he don't want to play here. That's been very apparent. Alright, 1 year, $2 million. We got Jason Myers back for 1 more year. I know I said I didn't want to sign him, but he wants to be here, so I feel that's a move we had to make. I just don't think we can negotiate with Gino. He's been bad. So we're gonna switch to Drew Lock, and at least try to salvage some of the season. So Drew Lock's our new starting quarterback. Again, we're the worst in the league. We're gonna get the #1 pick, I imagine. But I just want to be sure that we, like I said, I want to see what quarterback is worth re-signing. To me, it's Gino. I want to keep a veteran presence, but if we find somebody else, we find somebody else. That's where I stand. $1-11, as expected. We're kind of just simming through the rest of the year. Now the question is, because we're 1-12, do we fire Pete Carroll right now? Because, to be honest, it's leaning that way. But do we finish out the season? I say we finish out the season and fire him. So let's keep going. Week 16. We got 2 more weeks. Just survive 2 more weeks and we get a win. Against the Chiefs. How did we beat the Chiefs? That's what I want to know. Man, the Chiefs must really be that bad. So, advance. This is a game we gotta lose. So, I hope we lose it. Yes, we lose. So, I never thought I'd root for a loss. But yeah, so let's take a look at it. Where do I check the standings? There used to be a place to check the standings. I don't know where that is. They've kind of changed everything around. So as of now, the Bills got the #1 seed. So do the Rams. Yeah, week 18, I imagine this will be a loss. Alright. We won against the Rams? Come on, no. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Oh, good. It fired him anyway. So we're just going to fire our whole staff here. We don't have a choice. We got to fire our whole staff. So here we go. Let's take a look. Let's see. Offensive minded, that's important. Dan Campbell got fired? Man. Ron Rivera got fired. Peter Gaffney. Kevin Stefanski? Man. Robert Saleh got fired. So let's see. We want somebody who's kind of offensive minded. Chad Ruby. It looks like he's from Mike Tomlin's system. Jose Flores from Frank Reich's system. Let's hire him. So Jose Flores is our new head coach. Offensive coordinator. Sorry, I'm just taking a look. So let's hire Justin King as well. And then defensive-wise, who do we take? Oh, we got to go with this guy, Martin Kelly. So we are going to hire Martin Kelly. He is going to be our defensive coordinator. So there we go. We got a boatload of talent with the young, inexperienced head coach. But again, Jose Flores going to be our head coach. Justin King, our offensive coordinator. Martin Kelly, defensive coordinator. And there we go. So that's our new coaching staff. I feel confident about it. Let's see, divisional championship. Let's just advance for kicks, see who Madden takes as the... so it looks like Jags and Buffalo. Really? Jags and Buffalo? And Dolphins. Okay. Advance again. Buffalo, Miami in the AFC Championship, and then Dallas and the Rams. Now, keep in mind, Dallas got Tyler Lockett, so they added a big receiver to their core. Again, now we advance to the Super Bowl. Bills and Rams. I like that one. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. The Bills win their first Super Bowl. Congratulations. Great job, Buffalo. I don't think I want to live here in upstate New York when that does, if and when that does happen. But hey. Okay, so here we go. 2022 season recap. Super Bowl MVP and NFL MVP honors go to Josh Allen. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. Interesting. Offensive Player of the Year. No question there. Offensive Rookie. Interesting. Man. Alright. I kind of like that. That's pretty nice. Alright. So let's move forward. Glenn Powers got fired. Cameron Kelly. Dean Fuller got fired. I'm wondering if that's the guy we picked up. So Pete Carroll retired before we could fire him. Good thinking, because we were going to fire him. So that shows Jose Flores, Justin King, Martin Kelly. We hired them all. Jeff Powell, the head coach. Dan Campbell got hired by the Jets. Interesting. And the best part, our head coach is 37 years old. So we could have him a while if he's successful. I like that. Didn't realize he was that young. But here we go. Let's move forward. This is the important part. Who are we going to be able to re-sign? And more importantly, Mock Draft 3, who does it have us taking? Oh, we didn't even get the first pick. Man. Do we reach for CJ Stroud because he fits our system, but Bryce Young is the best quarterback available? I feel like we've got to reach. Again, I just don't feel confident in CJ Stroud. I mean, but again, he seems to be the better overall. So, I think we might have to take him. But alright, so we'll see. View 2022 retirements. Let's see it. Did Oknamunsu? I expected that. Did anyone on our roster retire? Nick retired. Al Woods. Nick Folk. Brian Hoyer. No shock there. Cordell Patterson? Okay. He was just gaining steam. Chris Harris. Chad Henne. Chase Daniel. Case Keenum. Okay. Josh Johnson, the journeyman. Bunch of free agents stepped down. Head coach Pete Carroll, of course. And like I said, I'm glad he retired because we were going to can him. That was the plan. Here we go. Alright, players ready to negotiate. Let's do it. Again, he doesn't want to re-sign. Poona Ford doesn't really want to re-sign, but he has more interest. He wants to play for a new team. That's your loss, buddy. We do have $78 million in cap space, so I'm going to be a little bit aggressive. No, we're not going to offer Geno a deal. Nor are we going to offer Drew Lock a deal. So I think we're just going to let everybody walk. And essentially we're going to just go into free agency and dive right in. So here we go. We'll actually be back in the second episode with free agency, so stay tuned. Sorry I kind of dragged this one out, but stay tuned. We'll have a second episode real soon. We will show you free agency and the draft, and maybe 1 or 2 preseason games. We'll see how things go. We thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye everyone.